Today I'm working on a 2013 Audi A7 with a 3-liter supercharged, making this video showing you how to replace the water pump. First thing you want to do, pull this front cover off and get this supercharger belt off here. Pretty easy to do. Sometimes I do it from the bottom, sometimes I do it from the top, just depends. This one, you just use a 13 millimeter wrench. If you have a long wrench, that's the best. Get to this pulley here, turn it clockwise, and then you can pull the belt right off the top here, or you can pull it off any pulley you want. Sometimes if you can't get it moved far enough, if the belt's newer and it's not stretched at all, you can just pull it off this smooth pulley right here. It's a little bit easier. So turn this down here, this bolt clockwise, and then slide it off, pull the belt out. With that belt out of the way, next thing I like to do before I get cooling out of it or anything is loosen these bolts while the belt's still on for this for the pulley off the water pump here. So this is what I have, a long quarter-inch drive ratchet with a 14 millimeter triple square on the end. So I'm going to loosen all these up, and then I'm going to lift the car, just those three. I don't know if I'm showing it well. Yeah, those three right there. Loosen those three up, and then I'm going to lift the car up. All right, now with the belly pan removed, looking up at it, you're going to want to remove this bolt right here. Use a T30 Torx bit. This bolt right here, same bolt, T30 Torx bit. Pull this hose off right here, and pull the other hose off right here. So you can both the lines off of these metal pipes that go up top. You're gonna lose a lot of coolant, so put a bucket underneath it, and yeah, that's it. Now you're gonna want to pull this hose clamp off, and this bolt right here that attaches to this bracket. Slide this off here, and then pull this whole tube assembly out of the way, and you can drop that straight down. All right, with that up out of the way, here's how it looks. You're gonna want to get under here and pull the other tensioner. Same kind of thing, 16 millimeter. If you have a long wrench, that's best. Turn this counterclockwise and slide the belt off. You can do this from the bottom or the top, depending on if you have a regular wrench. It might be easier to do it from the bottom. All right, with that up out of the way, the belt out of the way, you can get under here and you can just unscrew these 3 screws on the front of the pulley that you already loosened with the belt still on, and you can pull this pulley right off the front of the engine. These usually don't get too bad, but every once in a while they'll kind of be corroded on. This one, it feels like I'm going to be able to remove it by hand, so just kind of wiggle it around for a while, and there it is. Pulley, there's that. Now you can see the water pump. So now what you're gonna do is get your T30 and just get all these screws out of there. If you need help knowing exactly where the screws are located from the top, because you can't see them great, you can look at your new one for reference. It's always a good idea. This little rubber hose here just comes right off the side. There's no clamp or anything like that. You just pretty much slide that off and then slide that onto the new one when you're done. And I'll pull those screws out, and then this will just fall right off here. So I'll show you. All right, I got the screws all out of there, and I end up just kind of tapping with the hammer, and then you can snake this thing right out the top here. There it is. There's 7 screws. What I like to do with the, this is a bit much, but what I like to do is sometimes is put a little bit of trans grease to hold the seal into place. Stuff's real thick, and it kind of helps hold it into place, and it helps the seal also kind of land where it's supposed to, and doesn't damage the rubber at all. So it's a good idea to use that. You can see that this one was a plastic one. Here's the one I'm replacing with it is a metal. So I'm gonna get all this grease that I have everywhere off the inside of this, and then stick this back in. So yep, 7 screws. The sealing surface on these usually isn't that bad. I'm gonna wipe it real quick with with a little Scotch-Brite pad to kind of get it looking real nice, and then just put it all together. So here's my screws, and that's it. So put everything the way you found it, and you should be good. Thanks for watching.